Here's just a quick update. You'll see the main thing here, what I'm mainly going to talk about is the addition of a fascia to the front of the layout. Um, I bought this, it was a hardboard, all hardboard. I bought a 4x8 sheet of hardboard the day of my last layout update, which was on Labor Day. And then shortly after that, I had to go in for emergency surgery, spend some time in the hospital, recovery, coupled with doing other things. Kind of pushed it back for a while, so the hardboard kind of sat in the corner of the room. Nothing was done to it until last week when I finally had motivation to build it, to use it. And I think it came out pretty good. I think it makes the layout look much, much, much better. Um, like I said, I bought it as a 4x8 sheet of hardboard, and then it was cut down into four, I think it was four, 2x4 sections. That was mainly so it could fit in the back of my car. And when it came time to install, um, I left the 2x4s pretty much as is, so I didn't cut anything off the bottom. So at this point here, it goes from the top down to the bottom. That is a 2 foot tall section. And then, I trimmed the top, but I left the bottom as is. And it kind of created this tall fascia. And I kind of like it. I did it for two reasons. One was personal preference. The other reason was it was, like I said, it was less cutting for me. And I like how it looks. The layout, I want to say, is 32 or 34 inches from the top of the rail down to the ground. So it's not super tall, but it's up to about just above my waist. I'm 5'7". And I like the look of a tall fascia. I just think it makes the layout appear a little bigger than it is. It has a bigger presence. And you see, I painted it brown. And I just think having it, like when you walk into the room from over here, I don't know, I think it looks better. So I kind of like the look of the tall brown fascia. So that's what I went with. It came out pretty good, and then the bottom is just with some black skirting. And then I left a little access hole over here so I can get into the middle of the layout. It's not super wide, but I'm not a very, very wide person, so it'll work just well for me. Now the inside, I have not done the inside yet, so that'll be next. I need to get more hardboard to do the inside. And then over on the corner here, on this end, I didn't put anything over it except for more of that black cloth because it was really hard to get screws in and such with the fascia for over there. And the only reason I put anything there is because when you walk in, I don't want to see just the plywood there, or the 1x3s there for the bench work. And then over here, there's nothing over here. I'm probably not going to put hardboard here just because the same reason it's a little bit narrow to try and work back there. I'll probably do a little bit of black screw. I'll probably do a little bit more of this black, the curtains, the skirting on the sides. I don't foresee myself doing much more than that because unlike, over there, I kind of had to do it on that side. Over here, it's not really seen as much, so I'm not too worried about the appearance over here. But on the inside, I definitely want to do it over there. And then where I have all my locomotive shelving and stuff like that, I think what I might do is I might build some shelves, like string some 2x4s in between some areas, probably on this side of the layout. That'll allow me to put in a little bit of a taller fascia over there where it would have to be, a little bit narrower so it can clear all that. So I think what I might do is put shelving on this side, like on that side over there. And then I can cover all that up with fascia. I don't know, we'll see, but it'll be something along the lines. The inside will definitely get fascia for sure because I think, when you view it from over here, the layout definitely looks a lot better. But I think when it's all done and the whole thing is fascia on it, it's going to make a huge difference. So I'm looking forward to that. A couple other small upgrades here. My brother did a little bit more 3D printing for me on this bridge. And if you recall before, I had a very basic, shitty looking box on top of here to represent like a little control room. So that went in the garbage and was replaced with this much better looking structure. I just got it today, so it's not done yet. You can see it just has a base layer of paint on it, rattle can, black spray paint. This little, whatever this thing is not painted yet. So that'll get a little bit of a paint job as well. And then I have this really nice looking control tower, like operator's tower. And then it has an addition to the bridge pier that he designed. It's all based off the prototype. So this was built on like this. It's like a platform. You see, I didn't really paint the white part. He has a platform here and it's actually see-through, if you can see there. Platform there. And then this control tower will go on here. And this is the beginning. This is part of the process, so part of the upgrades. There's gonna be more. I don't have them yet, he's still printing them, but they're gonna be steps that are gonna go up all the way to the top on both towers. Gonna be on this side and then that side over there as well. And then there'll also be walkways along the top of the bridge to access this middle building. And then the whole thing, there'll be lights on this middle building, there'll be lights all over this, lights on the walkways, on the steps. So it's gonna look really cool. It's gonna be one really neat, tricked out bridge. And I think it already looks a lot better than the stock Lionel bridge. If you look up a picture of this, or even some of my earlier videos where I had this thing stock, it's a complete 180 from how it looked then. So it's going to look really cool when it's all done. And I'll give everything a nice, probably with my airbrush, a coat of flat black to paint everything. And then I'll go through and add rusting effects and chipped paint and all that. So it's going to look really good when it's done. I'm really looking forward to it, especially when you add it in with the water down here and the river going, not just whatever my work area is down here. So it's coming along. On the topic of 3D printing, my brother also, I sent him some designs, so I found some architectural drawings of the real station that was in Lorraine, which is what this area models. In my last video, I said this is an Atlas station that I repainted and built to kind of model or represent a station that's actually over in Paynesville, which isn't that far from Lorraine. And it's a really nice stand. It's a really nice looking station, I think, especially with all the paint upgrades and lighting and stuff I added to it. But if I can have an accurate model of the Lorraine station here in its place, I'm definitely going to jump for that. So once that's printed, which will hopefully be, I would imagine, by Christmas, I'll have that installed on the way out, the actual Lorraine station. And I think this one's going to end up over there in Brockton, over in that area, which is where it was originally intended to go when I bought it. It'll be pretty simple. I'll just change the signs from Lorraine to Brockton. Not really an accurate Brockton station, but whatever. I think it's still a nice looking station. I'd hate to get rid of it, sell it or something, because I put a lot of work into repainting it and lighting it and all that. And I think it'll look perfectly fine over in that area. So aside from that, the fascia of the bridge, there's not too much else that's changed on the layout. But I have been a little more motivated to work on it lately. So I would anticipate a lot more work happening, particularly with the addition of fascia, new shelving, and the continuation of scenery. I still have that area over there I got to finish up the rock edge here along the lake. I also want to continue working on these buildings over here and the road and a lot of that. So there's still a lot more work to be done, but it is happy to see after almost 2 years, we're starting to make some real progress, starting to look like something and not just plywood. So thanks for watching this quick update, and I'll see you in the next one.